I'm here with Phil Heath, Mr. Olympia. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you do on a daily basis?
I mean, my day usually starts off at usually 4:35 a.m., doing anywhere from an hour, of cardio, anywhere from 36 minutes of cardio. Thereafter that, I'm usually eating every two and a half hours, usually ranging anywhere from 7 to 9 meals a day. Within that time, I'm also doing, 1 to 2 sessions of weight training, ranging anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes each. Possibly toward the end of my prep, doing another session of cardio. In between all that, still run a full e-commerce website, still doing a lot of promotions as far as working with my sponsors, with Team Muscle Tech and Flex Magazine, various other endorsements that I have. Doing all my promotion work for traveling to places like you see here in California. So I'm always constantly busy, not to mention, doing the recovery process, going to get massage therapy, going to get acupuncture, going to get decompression, all these other things, treating myself like an Olympic athlete. So collectively, my day is, it starts at, 4:35 a.m. and it ends at midnight. So it's crazy. And hopefully catch a nap in between. Yeah.
So how do you find the time? Do you have any time for me time? Because everybody needs that. Do you get a chance for that?
Well, I try to take, some moments, especially when I'm traveling throughout most of the year. I do a lot of long-haul flights. I've traveled, around right now a little bit over 125,000 miles already. So that with those long-haul flights, that's when I get some me time. With most airlines not having wireless internet, I don't have to answer as many emails at that time. So I can try to get some time where I can jot down notes and go over goal setting. But, usually in between sets is when I actually, get an opportunity to think about what I want in life. I do still spend time with my wife and my friends. I try to get, some of that time. We got the 4th of July coming up, so I'll definitely be able to bring over my meals to a friend's house and still grill, but it'll just be all clean food. And, collectively, I just try to make sure that, I do take that me time. I do still read. I love driving my cars super fast, which I probably shouldn't, but I go do those things. I still play video games. Usually during the prep, I get to do most of that stuff because you have to think in between all those meals. I have some time just at home. I don't have to really stress out running errands all day because I have a team, to help do that. But, it's like I said, I mean, it's a lifestyle, and I've been very fortunate to have, amazing sponsors that, allow me to do what I do.
Okay, so my last question, you were talking about a lifestyle that you've adopted. I did see that you're a basketball player at the University of Denver. Did see that a little bit. Now, can you talk to me about the transition between you playing basketball and then transitioning into the athlete that you are now?
Playing basketball, I mean, obviously, it takes a lot of commitment. I mean, putting up a lot of shots every day, going through drills. I mean, that was my dream to play in the NBA. Obviously, that didn't come to fruition. But, being a collegiate athlete, Division I, I was able to learn a lot of good things that, require a lot of education behind your craft, a lot of commitment, and how to achieve things through adversity, and how to be multifaceted in other areas, meaning being a student athlete, at a prestigious school like the University of Denver, and actually attaining my degree at the same time, but playing basketball was already hard enough. And you started learning at an early age, at 19 to 23 years old, how to manage your time. And that's something that a lot of kids usually don't understand. They get forced in the workplace, and they don't really get a chance to be able to figure that out until maybe later on, maybe 10, 12 years later when they're in their mid-30s. And now they're already trying to, work out, and they always come up to me and say, Phil, I can't find the time to eat these meals. And you're going to find a way if you actually write things down. If you actually write down how much work you do and how much time you actually have to eat, you're going to find a way. I mean, heck, I got a line that goes all the way to the back of the entry. And, I'm able to take time out for 15 minutes and just get it done. And you realize that your time is very valuable and at times very precious. But, that transition was an awesome one. It's probably the only story that we have in the bodybuilding that someone has done that. I take great pride in it because I realized that if it was easy, everybody'd be good. And perfect practice makes perfect. Practice does not make perfect. You can practice really bad habits, and I try to really stay cognizant of that throughout my experiences being a bodybuilder. And fortunate enough, I've been able to win 2-time Mr. Olympia, and hopefully a 3rd when it comes September.
Yeah, well, the best of luck to you, and honestly, I can tell from an athlete to another athlete, I do understand that time management, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule, especially with this. There's a huge line. You guys have no idea. There's a huge line waiting for him.
But, at the end of the day, I mean, I come out during my prep for the fans and never try to forget where I come from, reminding myself that, my legacy will not be predicated on how many Olympics I win, but it'll be more about how many lives I touch with my story such as this. So I appreciate the opportunity. And, all the best to you guys out there watching. I really appreciate all the responses you give me on Twitter, Facebook, all my emails, Instagram, all of that. Be sure to look after me in Generation Iron that will be coming out in September. And also at the Mr. Olympia contest, I know you guys have given me a lot of great support. I really appreciate it. Your support means the world to me because at the end of the day, let's face it, without you guys, there would be no Phil Heath. So I really want to say thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Again, I really, really do appreciate it. Everyone, make sure that you support him on his journey to being Mr. Olympia for the 3rd time. Congratulations.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
All right,
thank you.